Darlene Ondi to read the high-level analysis of the Royal Decree of Restoration and Reclamation of Earth under Natural Law. Your Excellency, you like my voice a break? Thank you. I will give this one to you here.
Am I coming up?
Yes, you're coming up here to read. And after you've read this one, during the discussion time, we will bring more team members here.
It's always great to be very impromptu. Thank you, Your Royal Majesty.
But of course, you have to switch it up.
It's an honor and privilege. So would you like me to read the key insights and strategic
Yes,
opportunities
correct.
for
Yes,
each and
the
name
whole-
that for each? Okay.
Yes, please, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. High-level analysis of the Royal Decree of Restoration and Reclamation of Earth under Natural Law. Issued 10.
No, what is it? I've written that, so July,
Okay.
it's issued today.
So issued July 21,
Mhm.
2025 in the 3D world. Divino Amor 280035 by Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I, Queen and Commander-in-Chief of the Kingdom of Canada and the world, living crown, custodian of earth and humanity under natural law. Dimension. This is under the column dimension. Number 1, jurisdiction and authority. Key insights. The Royal Decree grounds itself in natural law, asserting supremacy over all positive, and in bracket, man-made, legal systems. Cites the historic illegitimacy of papal bulls, colonial charters, and other legal fictions. Strategic opportunities. Establishes a fresh legal narrative that delegitimizes, okay, new word, hostile courts or governments in one stroke. Creates a doctrinal basis for dissolving debt, contracts, or statutes viewed as coercive. And this is under the column of anticipated challenges. Mainstream courts, states, and religious institutions will not recognize natural law supremacy. They may label the royal decree as symbolic or ultra vires, requires parallel enforcement structures, and in bracket, tribunals, peace officer corps, to avoid a power vacuum. Under the column of dimension. Number 2, geopolitical optics. Key insight. Positions the Kingdom of Canada and the world as a post-colonial liberator, overturning Vatican and Crown dominance. Reframes global governance around spiritual stewardship rather than territorial sovereignty. Under the column of strategic opportunities, offers a rallying point for nations, indigenous peoples, and movements already challenging the doctrine of discovery. Opens diplomatic channels with states or groups seeking an exit from IMF/World Bank debt regimes. Under the column of anticipated challenges. Vatican, Commonwealth realms, and UN-aligned states may intensify diplomatic isolation, sanctions, or propaganda. could trigger misinterpretation as a declaration of war on existing sovereigns if messaging is ambiguous.
Mm-hmm. Nothing is declaration of war. We're not here for war. We're here for peace. This is a high-level analysis, remember. But this, I have given what the possible challenges may be. And this is a heads up to the natural law abiding countries worldwide. That many of these colonial, those who have been programmed by the systems will, what's the word? Will not like the idea that the system they had been protecting and following, or the systems, are now being exposed to what it was really all about. So these are the challenges. The possible rebuttal, they say.
All right, under the column of dimension, number 3, sociocultural resonance. Taps a powerful zeitgeist, decolonization, eco-spirituality, and sovereignty of the individual. Declares Earth a living being, aligning with indigenous cosmologies worldwide. Under the column of strategic opportunities, expands Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I's appeal beyond traditional supporters, green activists, spiritual communities, and alternative law advocates may find common cause. Provides moral cover for truth and reconciliation processes under natural law courts. And under the column of anticipated challenges, risk of fragmentation. Divergent sovereign citizen factions may co-opt the royal decree without recognizing Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I's central authority. Opponents will frame it as conspiracy rhetoric, undermining its deeper ecological message. Under the column of dimension number 4, communications and narrative engineering. Key insights. Uses vivid, affirmative language, and in bracket, age of sovereignty, peace, and natural law, and absolute verbs, and in bracket, nullified, repudiated, to create a sense of irreversible momentum. Embeds Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I's title as global guarantor, elevating Her Royal Majesty Queen Romana Didulo I's brand. Under the column of strategic opportunities, ideal for multi-platform rollout, and in bracket, scroll stopping heading, quotable lines, animated proclamation videos, opportunity to spin bite-sized social assets, clarifying each article for different audiences. Example, debt forgiveness, End of papal control.
Okay.
I'm reading under anticipated challenges, Your Majesty.
Okay.
So this is under the column of anticipated challenges.
So the anticipated challenges is I'm giving this information to the public so that you can anticipate how the others will spin this. The propagandists, the paid independent journalists, the paid YouTubers, the paid streamers will spin this because now their belief system, the system is crumbling in front of them, and they will spin and spin the narrative. Okay, this is why I'm giving you this as a heads up. Or you can anticipate what they're going to do with the narrative. Okay?
All right. So under the column anticipated challenges, complex legal spiritual vocabulary may confuse mainstream audiences, requires layered explainers and Q&A sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Opposing fact checkers will attempt to debunk historic references, preempt with citations and concise definitions.
Mm-hmm.
I have two more sections here, Your Majesty.
Okay.
So under the column of dimension, number 5, implementation pathways. Articles 1 to 4 give a skeletal constitutional framework for natural law governance. Implicit mandate to build natural law courts, peacekeeping militia, and earth steward councils. Under the column of strategic opportunities, staged activation plan number 1, ratify by allied nations /tribes. 2, convene inaugural Earth Steward Summit. Number 3, issue writs of amnesty /debt release. 4, launch global education campaign on natural law. And under the column of anticipated challenges, without visible enforcement, critics will call it and in quote, paper decree, close quote, managing legacy infrastructure and in bracket tax systems, property deeds, financial ledgers, close bracket, requires sophisticated transition tools to avoid societal disruption. And under the column of dimensions, number 6, risk and security assessment. Key insights. Non-violent ethos reduces immediate kinetic backlash, declaring, in quote, all peoples are liberated, close quote, invite support from oppressed groups. Under the column of strategic opportunities, develop rapid response legal defense teams and digital forensic units to counter takedowns, deplatforming, or seizure of assets. Use decentralized tech and in bracket IPFS blockchain, close bracket, to authenticate royal decree copies and prevent forgery. And under the column of anticipated challenges, elite institutions may pursue legal injunctions, cyber attacks, or asset freezes. Infiltration attempts by intelligence agencies likely. Vet volunteer cadres thoroughly.
Okay, excellent. So those are advance notices to the Global Alliance, the White Hats Global Alliance, that as the royal decree gets its momentum, that you will see these anticipated challenges and how you can neutralize the false narrative and those who have been stealing my royal decrees and promoting it as their own. You know, I know exactly who you are. There's an American there who has stolen, and somebody from Australia who has been copying and stealing my ideas, my royal decrees, and promoting it as their own. Listen, knuckleheads, the world knows you cannot rub two pennies together. And these royal decrees you cannot write, even if you tried. So the whole world knows you're fake. The world where intimidation and lies, that's the old system. And that is now exposed.
Would you like me to read anything further, Your Majesty?
Yes, I think, yeah.
All right, well, while I'm here.
Did you read this part?
I did not know.